Get ready for some of the top texting tips. We're going to be covering everything from signs she likes you over text to what to text a girl and how to text her in a way that makes her heart race every time her phone lights up because she's hoping it's a text from you. And just in case you're new here, hi, I'm Coach Melannie, a Christian dating coach for men. And because I come from that Christian perspective, there will be zero mind games. These are just authentic strategies that are ridiculously effective. I have done a lot of videos on texting over the years, and you guys have really enjoyed them. So I thought it might be kind of fun to put them all together into the same video so you can just have a marathon and learn some great texting tips. So that's what we're going to do. We've taken the best ones and put them all together. So if my hair looks a little different as this goes on, now you know why. With that, let's get started with the top texting tips marathon. Let's do it. Texting is actually a really good way to get to know someone better, to flirt a little bit, and if you know what signs to look for, it's a really good way to know if she likes you or not, which is really exciting, right? In this video, you're going to learn how to know if she likes you and how to move forward, because the last thing you want is to become her texting buddy. Instead, you want to attract her, you want to take it to the next level, start dating her, and hopefully have her become your girlfriend, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Now, each girl is a little bit different, so it's important you know all the signs that she likes you, so make sure you watch to the end. But what do you do when it's over text or even through social media or an online chat of some sort? You can't really read body language that way, but there are ways that you can tell if she's interested and if she likes you. So remember that these don't apply only to texting. It's also if you're chatting online as well. With that, let's get started with how to know if a girl likes you over text. Now, the first thing is if she sends pictures of what she's doing throughout the day or pictures of funny things she found online. For instance, maybe she's eating Mexican food and she knows you're a big fan of Mexican food. So she takes a picture and sends it to you and says, hey, guess what I'm eating? I know you're a huge fan of Mexican food. Or maybe she's like, oh, just walking the dog and takes a picture of her and her dog or something random like that. Or maybe she finds like a meme online that's funny and she texts it to you. She's not doing that for no reason, okay? Sending you pictures of what she's doing throughout the day or funny things is a way for her to connect with you. It's something to talk about, and if she likes you, she's going to want to talk to you. And if she's in the picture, like with her dog or something like that, she's kind of hoping you'll notice that she looks cute when she's with her dog. So it's a way for her to flirt a little bit, a way to get your attention, a way to get to know each other better, and it's a really good sign that she likes you. Okay, my next sign for how to know if a girl likes you over text is that she remembers important things. Let's pretend something important is going on at work, or maybe you've been waiting for something, you're really excited and today's the day, or something like that. If something important is going on in your life and she texts you about it, that's a big deal. If she didn't care about you, she would not text you for something that is important. If she does care about you, then she wants to be a part of your life. She wants to connect with you. Here's what you need to know about women. When a woman is looking for a lifelong relationship, she's looking for a lifelong relationship. She's trying to see if you are compatible. She's trying to see if you guys would work together as a couple. Now, here's something very, very important, so pay close attention. A lot of men get to this point and then it just crumbles. They start texting her and initially it's like flirty and fun and they're having a good time. And then she ghosts them, or they can tell that the attraction is dying and they don't really know why. And they're just kind of confused, and then pretty soon they're not even texting anymore because it's just not working. Have you ever been in that situation? It's painful, right? Here's why. She wants to know that you have the traits she is looking for in a partner. If she does not see that you have those traits, she's done. She moves on. She's got to go find someone who does. So how do you prevent that? How do you instead increase her attraction for you? What I teach my clients in my paid program to do is I teach them the traits a woman is looking for in a partner. Things like confidence, pursuing her the right way so you're not needy or not aggressive, how to communicate with her, how to increase her attraction for you. These simple things, how to ask her out, how to flirt with her. These are the traits she's looking for in a partner, someone who can move the relationship forward. And when you understand those things, that's what increases her attraction for you. And then the reason this is so powerful is I teach them how to turn those traits into habits so that dating and relationships are easy and natural, and attracting your dream girl, getting the woman of your dreams. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's not about a mind game. Instead, it's very automatic. Because guys, one of the biggest mistakes that puts you in the friend zone and gets you ghosted is being texting buddies. She's not looking for a texting buddy. She's looking for a man who she's crazy in love with, who she can text while having a relationship with. So it's very important that you learn those traits she's looking for and you show her that you have them. Okay, next up for how to know if a girl likes you over text is that she tries to keep the conversation going. When we're attracted to someone, we think about them a lot, right? And we want to talk to them a lot. And she wants to get to know you better. She wants to know who you are. So if you notice that she asks a lot of questions and is proactive about trying to keep the conversation going, that's a big deal. She's doing that on purpose. Women do this when they like you. Now, something I do want to point out is remember that we're not teenagers anymore. And she's got a life, she's got a job, and so it's not always possible for her to reply right away. Now, if she's interested, she'll try to reply as soon as she can, but sometimes life happens, sometimes work happens. So be respectful of that and be patient with that, as I'm sure you understand having a life as well. Another thing I want to point out is, guys, this is never about counting down how long before you can text her. Really? Are we like in grade school, guys, that we have to play these games? That's all that is a mind game. If you have to count down how long before you reply back, or if she has to count down how long before she replies back, it's not much to build a relationship on, right? Can you imagine getting a text from your wife and thinking, oh no, I've got to wait this long before I can text her back? If you're doing that while you're dating, you're going to do that when you are married. So instead, just build a relationship that has zero mind games, and the time to start is now. So with all that being said, remember that she has a life, you have a life. But if you can tell that she tries to keep the conversation going and she seems excited to hear from you, that's a very good sign that she likes you. Okay, our next sign for how to know if a girl likes you over text is if she does like good morning and good night texts. The good morning, good night text is a really simple way to start a conversation and end a conversation each day. It also means that you're on her mind a lot, right? And it's a simple way to kind of flirt, get to know each other without it being super obvious what you're doing. So if you notice that she frequently does good morning texts and or good night texts, that's a good sign that she likes you. Now, next up for how to know if a girl likes you over text is that she compliments you. This is something that we do when we flirt in person, so it certainly applies through texting or online. If she is complimenting you, especially frequently, that is a huge sign that she likes you. Something important to remember with compliments is that it's not always a super obvious thing. You know, she may not say, oh my goodness, you're so attractive. You know, she might feel a little weird doing that. She might instead just say, oh, you're so smart, or just kind of hint that you are attractive, because that's really all flirting is. So pay attention to the little compliments because they tell a lot. Okay, let's recap how to know if a girl likes you over text. The first thing is that she sends pictures of what she's doing throughout the day or things that she thinks you will find funny. Or she may even send pictures of things you might find interesting. Just a way to connect with you. The second thing is that she remembers important things in your life. Again, if she's looking for that lifelong relationship, she wants to really connect with you. Next up, she asks questions and she tries to keep the conversation going. If she doesn't want to talk to you, she is not going to try to keep the conversation going. But if she does want to talk to you, It's a really good sign that she likes you. She's interested. Next step is a good morning and or good night text. It says a lot, even though it sounds really simple. And lastly, she compliments you. It's one of the best ways to flirt is through complimenting. One last warning, guys, because I get so many comments from you guys saying, hey, it was going really great, and then it just crumbled. You have to make sure you understand how to show her you have the traits she is looking for in a partner. How are you enjoying it so far? If you are enjoying this type of video where I like smush them all together, comment and let me know. And before we get to the next thing, I wanted to give you a free resource that's going to make what you're learning about texting even easier. I wanted you to have a quick reference guide, something that you could look at and quickly remember some of the best texting tips. So I've created an all new free guide for you with top texting tips to captivate her heart, to make her heart race and make her want to text you and ultimately get to know you a whole lot more. I will put a link to this all new free guide in the description below. I'll also put a link in the pinned comment. Make sure you don't miss it. That quick reference guide is ridiculously helpful. Okay, let's get back to it and learn those tips. Has there ever been a girl, or is there maybe one right now, who makes your heart just leap every time you get a notification on your phone? You can't wait to hear from her, and you can't help but smile each time you get a text from her. You know what I'm talking about? Wouldn't it be amazing if you could make her feel the exact same way about you? If you could make her more and more attracted to you and make her want to hear from you more and more. You're about to discover how to text a girl you like in a way that makes her like you more. You'll be shocked by just how simple this really is. And each tip is crazy effective. So make sure you stay with me until the end. And let me just say, you will not see the last tip coming. Like at all. Let's get to our first tip for how to text a girl you like. This tip is to use emojis. The truth is, women really like emojis. They're fun, they're playful. It's easy to be a little bit flirty with emojis. When it comes to text in general, it can be a little bit bland. It can be a little bit boring, and it can also be hard to know what the other person meant sometimes. Like, are they smiling when they say that? Are they frustrated when they say that? Are they flirty when they say that? This is where emojis really come to your rescue. Women in general just enjoy emojis. And if you don't have any emojis when you talk to her, it can make her think you're really boring or really not that interesting. But if instead you use those emojis, it lets her understand you as a person better. It helps her see you as fun and interesting and enjoyable to talk to. And it can, again, be a great way to do a little flirting. So something as simple as a smiley face or a laughy face or a wink or a little smirk, it goes a long way. It sounds simple, but it's crazy powerful. My second tip for how to text a girl is a little bit more of a mindset rather than a specific text, but it is probably the most powerful thing I'm going to share with you in this video. So pay close attention. This tip is to text with a purpose. Have you ever been texting a gorgeous gal and you get super excited, right? You get your hopes up and you're like, yes, the attraction is going to grow. This is going to be great. And then all of a sudden you just kind of turn into like texting buddies, or you get put in the friend zone. Has that ever happened to you? It's incredibly painful. What causes this to happen is when you do not text with a purpose. So if you want to avoid the friend zone, if you want to avoid being her texting buddy and instead be more, you must text with a purpose. If you are interested in her, you need to let her know that. Otherwise, even if she's interested in you, she thinks you're not interested in her, so she moves on, and that's why you get put in the friend zone. If you want to be more than texting buddies, you need to ask her out. You need to flirt with her. You need to pursue her. And if that freaks you out a little bit because you don't know what to say, that's totally okay. This is something I teach you in detail in my academy. And actually, that brings up a really great bonus tip. Texting a girl is awesome, and it can really help you build that attraction, which is great. However, nobody fell in love because of a text. That's just not really how it works. There's nothing worse than caring for someone and getting your hopes up, only to have the relationship go nowhere. If you want her to fall in love with you and want to spend her life with you, then you must learn the secrets that make a woman fall deeply in love with you. My next tip for how to text a girl you like is to ask her about her. Ask her about her day, her favorite things, what she enjoys doing, what she thinks about certain things, what her opinions are. This will make her feel important. It'll make her feel interesting and likable. As humans, we like to feel like we matter, like we're interesting. This little secret of asking her questions also helps you stand out from the crowd. Usually, especially when we're nervous, when we're talking to someone cute, we tend to think about what we should say next. However, one of the best ways to make people like you more and make people feel comfortable is to ask them questions. So if you're the guy who's asking her questions about her, holy cow, you're totally going to stand out. Asking questions is just good conversation 101. And as an added bonus, you really get to know her and get to know who she is, which is what the whole dating process is meant for. So it's really a win-win situation. Now, just as a disclaimer, you obviously want to be careful that you don't ask questions that can make her feel uncomfortable or come across as creepy, because that's a really good way to get her to ghost you. If you have already joined me in my academy and my resource library, which I know a lot of you have, make sure you are utilizing your resource, 54 Best Conversation Starters. I have carefully chosen the questions that will help her see you as exciting and fun and interesting and not creepy. My next tip for how to text a girl you like is to flirt with her. Holy cow. Flirting is just awesome, right? I think it should be done like as much as possible, within reason, of course. Flirting is one of the best ways to skyrocket her attraction for you. And it's one of the easiest ways to kind of test out flirting and see how she reacts. It's much less nerve-wracking than when you're standing in front of that gorgeous woman. You have a screen between you, it feels a little more safe, and you can kind of gauge her response. Now, there are several ways you can flirt. Obviously, this can mean complimenting her. This can mean hinting that you think she's cute. This can even mean hinting that you're cute, because that lets her know, hey, you're confident, you're attractive, and you want her to notice that you're attractive. Okay, my next tip for how to text a girl you like is to let her get to know you a little bit too. It's important in a relationship for the two of you to really get to know each other. And that requires you open up a little bit. You let her know who you are, what you think about things, what your opinions are, what your favorite things are. Every high quality woman, every woman looking for a lifelong relationship is asking herself when she's texting a guy, is he gonna be, could he maybe be the one? Could he be a good husband? Would he be a good father? Would I enjoy doing life with him? And so she really wants to know who you are. Now, that obviously doesn't mean you just kind of dump everything on her, but it also means that you need to focus on something other than just flirting. You also do need to let her know who you are. Sometimes that feels a little vulnerable to let someone in, but if you want to spend your life with this person, potentially, it's important to start getting to know who each other really is. All of these simple things help you create and nurture some serious attraction. Hello, my wonderful friend. Let's talk about what to text a girl you like. I have some specific magical texts that all girls love, and you can literally take these examples and use them right away. Have you ever wanted to make that gorgeous gal smile and give her butterflies and make her heart beat faster when her phone goes off and she sees your name? These texts make it incredibly easy to do just that. Let's talk about the first text to text a girl you like. This one is maybe my favorite, and it is just, hello, beautiful. That's never going to get old, okay? Every woman wants to feel beautiful, just like it would make you soar if she said, hey, handsome, or something like that. It just makes her feel important, it makes her feel attractive, and it makes her want to be with you more because she feels so good when she hears from you. So never, ever, ever underestimate the power of hello, beautiful. What to text a girl you like. Number 2 is you make me smile. Okay, everyone wants to feel important, right? Everyone wants to feel like there's something about them that makes someone else feel good. And if you've been here with me for a while, you've heard me say this. If you are in my academy, which I know many of you are, you've heard me say this. People like people who make them feel good. It's really, attraction is as simple as that. We want to be around people who make us feel good. So when she hears something simple like, you make me smile, it makes her feel really good and it makes her smile. It's a subtle way, an appropriate way to let her know that she means something to you without coming out and saying that, if you don't want to be too bold at this point. And it helps her feel close to you. I'm just going to say it one more time. Say it with me. People like people who make them feel good. This leads us right into our next magical text. This text is, I was just thinking about you. Okay, that's cute, right? Wouldn't it make you feel wonderful if a girl just said, yeah, I was thinking about you? That helps us know that we are important to someone, and it's really adorable, especially if someone's willing to be vulnerable enough to actually acknowledge it. Now, there are a couple of ways you can do this. Let's say she texts you and you say, oh, hey, how you doing? I was just thinking about you. Or maybe you have something that you know she would enjoy, a meme, a picture, a link to a YouTube video, whatever it is. You say, hey, I was thinking about you and I thought of this, or whatever it is. This made me think about you. That's a really simple way to make her just go, he was thinking about me. And then she's going to have to go tell all of her friends, and it's going to give her butterflies and make her feel amazing. So it's powerful. I want to share a little secret with you that most people don't know. Do you want to know what it is? The way you make her feel is what makes her fall in love with you. Just like a woman who makes you feel amazing when you're around her is the kind of woman that you fall in love with. Far too many people right now are using cheap strategies, attracting cheap women, and then they wonder why they have a cheap relationship. All those mind games and tricks and silliness is not what leads to that love that lasts forever. That's why so many people are frustrated that they can't find love that lasts and authentic love that lasts. In reality, creating that fire, creating that desire for a relationship is very, very simple. That's why as a coach, I teach my clients how to make her feel certain ways so that she falls in love with you forever. And it has nothing to do with pretending to be someone you're not, or bending over backwards, or being fake. It's all incredibly authentic because love is authentic. Up next for what to text a girl you like is to ask her questions. Now, I know that's not a specific text, but this is your ultimate hack. This is one of the things in my academy when I'm teaching you how to connect with her, how to flirt with her, and how to become a boss at making her feel comfortable with you and small talk. This is my favorite tool, and that is to just ask her questions. As you do this, it makes her feel connected to you. It helps her feel like, wow, this guy's really fun to talk to. He's actually interested in me. And it also helps her feel safe because she knows the answers to questions. As humans, that's just how it works. So rather than having those text situations where it all of a sudden just gets really awkward and you're like, I don't know what to say, start asking her questions. That really helps her feel connected to you and comfortable. It makes her get super excited when she sees that you're the one who just texted her. Okay, this leads me to the next secret tip, which this is another one of my favorites. It's simply something like, hey, do you want to go out? Or hey, you want to do something sometime? Basically, making a move, asking her out. Let me ask you this. Are you texting her because you want to just be texting buddies and that's it? Because if that's all you want, then never ask her out. But if you want this to go somewhere, if you want to take her out, get to know her better, it's very important that you ask her out early on. Otherwise, she gets really confused and thinks you just want to be friends. And then it's really hard to be upset with her if she puts you in the friend zone. So instead, you need to set what this relationship is. Is this a friend relationship, or is this a hopefully more relationship? And when a woman sees that you're pursuing her, it's ridiculously hot, okay? It just gives her those butterflies and helps her see you as her hero, as a strong, masculine man. So as you're texting her, getting to know her better, whatever it is, make sure that you're asking her out. And this is true even if you've already been on dates with her. If you just kind of stop asking her out, stop pursuing her, then she figures you're just not interested anymore. So never underestimate the power of pursuing her. Okay, next up on what to text a girl you like is to give her some kind of a compliment. And yes, it can be something like, you're so beautiful, or you're so pretty. It can also be, wow, you're really smart, or hey, I really admire when you did this, or whatever it is. Those little compliments are never little to the other person, right? When someone compliments you, doesn't it just like make your whole day? Well, the same is true for her. This is especially true when it's someone we're really attracted to and that we're really interested in. So giving her a compliment, slipping those compliments into the conversation is key. Now, I obviously cannot give you a specific compliment because it has to be tailored to her. There are only so many cut and paste lines you can actually use. You need to make sure you're being sincere. So pay attention to what it is about her that really strikes you, that really catches your attention, that you really respect and admire, and then compliment her on those things. It's going to rock her world, and those are things she will remember forever. Okay, next up for what to text a girl you like is to not be afraid to send her pictures sometimes. Now, this is again something that has to be tailored to her. I can't tell you exactly what to do. It has to be the things that you've been talking about and stuff. I hope I don't have to say this, but just in case, nothing inappropriate. Okay, you want to get a cheap woman, send inappropriate pictures, okay? Because a high quality woman is going to say, wow, that's not the man I want to be the father of my children. Just keeping it real, okay? So only send her pictures of appropriate things, and obviously only date a girl who would do the same. But it can be something like, oh, hey, there's this sunset. It made me think of you. That's a 2-for-1, which is awesome. It can also be something you're doing that you've talked about, or it can be your dog, but the more you fit your face in it, the better. Just being perfectly honest. But sending those pictures is really a fun way to connect. It helps her see that you're creative and you're original rather than just kind of boring or uninteresting. And it can help her feel that closeness to you really fast. And let me just say, there's nothing more fun than getting a picture of a cute guy that you're texting and then maybe saving it to your phone and showing all of your friends. It's really, really a cute thing to do. And a bonus is there's a really good chance that she'll start taking pictures of what she's eating and what she's doing and stuff and sending those to you as well. So it's really a win-win situation. Real fast, let's recap the magical texts you just learned. Number 1 is hello beautiful. I don't care how cliche it sounds, it will never get old. Number 2, you make me smile. Everyone wants to feel important and like they matter and like they make somebody else smile. Number 3, I was just thinking about you. She's feeling those butterflies. Number 4 is to ask her questions. This is a great way to keep the conversation going and make her see you as a really interesting, fun person to chat with. Number 5 is want to do something or want to go out sometime or want to go out Friday. Basically just pursuing her, asking her out, showing interest. This is key if you want to avoid the friend zone. Number 6 is to compliment her. An honest, sincere compliment melts hearts. It just does. And number 7 is to not be afraid to send her some pictures of what you're doing. And it's a bonus if you include your face in those pictures as well. So maybe brush up a little bit on your selfie game. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. If you liked this style of video, comment and let me know. I'm trying this for the first time and I'm a little curious to see what you guys think. I thought it was pretty fun. Make sure you also share this with a friend, and a huge thank you to everyone who's so amazing with the super things. Thank you. Every time I see your support, it truly just warms my heart, and I break out in a big smile every time. So thank you for supporting wholesome content. And whether you've ever used the super thanks before or not, if you would like to support wholesome Christian content, consider using it. It's just below this video. It's like a little heart icon. It's super easy to do. And one last reminder before you leave, don't forget to download your free quick reference guide on top texting tips. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Okay, secret end of the video club. I was kind of curious if anybody would watch to the end of this one because it's a lot longer. So if you are here, my friend, you are a total rock star. Like, I am cheering you on. Way to go. Not to mention, look at all the amazing texting tips you just got. It's pretty cool, right? Especially when you download your free guide too. So that's pretty awesome. I have a special thing we're going to put as our special end of the video word. If you're new here, we always have a video at the end of the, a word at the end of the video. And everybody who watches to the end knows the word, and we're like this super awesome secret club. So our word for this week is cabbage. Why is it cabbage? Because this whole video, I've been trying to hold my hands down low, because if you know me, I talk with my hands a lot. I'm trying to slow it down, but it's not going to work. But I have been trying to kind of hide my hands. I have no idea how much you can see in the frame. The reason why is for lunch, I made some really yummy food. It was really good, but it had a red cabbage in it. And I cut the red cabbage, and then I looked down at my fingernails and they were all stained purple. And I kept washing my hands and it wouldn't come off. So there you go. That's my memory of my main memory of this video. And now it's your main memory too. So if you watch to the end of the video, comment cabbage. Never forget you're awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Do people watch these videos and they're like, man, this girl's crazy. Like, she's totally nuts. You know, you might be a little right. I believe in making life fun. And so you should just have fun with life. I'm not going to say I'm perfect at it, you know, but I definitely make a good old try. So there you go. All right. Now I'm rambling. So I'm going to get off before I say anything else embarrassing. Okay. Okay, cool. Have a great day, guys.